Let me pull it up on the
We
number.
are live. There we are.
Wait, did it
This is
start by
live?
itself?
Is this thing on? No, I started it.
I was like,
We're here. We're live. It's episode number. What the heck episode is this? 37 of the SammyGuru podcast. Wow. We should have done 52 episodes by June because that's when me and Tori started. But I think we're only going to get to like 45 because we probably took off 6 or 7 weeks. We're kind of lazy here, but welcome everybody to the show. Jeff Springer, Colin, how are you today? How's it going?
Doing good.
Tori is off this week. The reason we actually did it tonight is because tomorrow my youngest son has a thing at school, and then Tori, as a lot of you guys know, is a high school teacher. He's finishing up his semester, and he's had some commitments, and also he's an adjunct at the university, and they have final exams tonight, so he can't make it tonight because he's doing his final exam. He's teaching a calculus class, and those kids have to take their final. So Tori said, you guys cannot get out of your final because I have to do the SammyGuru podcast tonight, unfortunately. They were trying. They're like, you should go do the podcast. What's up, everybody? We got Paul in the house. Carolyn is here. S24FE is already getting the update, just not in the US. It's only in Korea. So should be fairly soon. They're doing pretty good getting stuff out. Frank, how's it going? Frank says no update for him, but it's rolling out lots of places. It'll be here hopefully the next week. They're bringing the stuff. They've rolled out tons of tablet updates today too. But we're going to try to not focus on One UI 7 negativity today. We'll run down some of what we know. And then there's a lot of stuff to talk about in an hour. King Frosh, Xavier, yes. S24FE is already rolling out. Dheeb, Sean, Krube, yes, you got the update. Lots of people got it. Some people didn't, but a lot of people got it. Today I want to talk a little bit about the what we know about the rollout. First of all, we have this great post that we made with a list of all regions that have gotten the update so far. So if you want to check this is all the regions that have gotten the update. And we're updating this as we get screenshots from people. So these are all the regions that people have sent us screenshots for. It's not a complete list, of course, because obviously we don't necessarily get a screenshot from every country. But if someone has sent us a screenshot, then we put it on this list. So these are all the countries in Asia. Oh, let me share this. What the heck? I'm talking and people are like, what is this guy talking about? I'm talking about this article right here. Here are all the countries in Asia, North America, South America, which is Brazil so far, Europe, Australia, Africa, the Middle East. The only continent I know of where everybody has gotten it, because the EU is kind of all gets it at the same time, is Europe. But other continents, like some countries have it and some countries don't. So if you want to check out which regions have started receiving it, check it out here. Mexico started getting the update today, but that was in the S24. Ernesto is asking about that. So we also have one that has devices as well. One UI 7 device tracker. There's a country tracker, and then there's a device tracker as well. So we've been updating these as people send us stuff. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. These Galaxy devices. Here's one with all the devices. If you want to check it out, you can see all the device rollouts that have already started. We'll be updating this as we go as well. Again, it's not guaranteed to be exhaustive because we're relying on people to send us screenshots. So we're confirming the firmware as we get screenshots. So we're trying to update this, every 6 hours if we can, as we have people to do it. So I did get it today on my Tab S10 Ultra. Got the update right here. Tab S9 series got it today as well in the US. So if you've got a tablet, a newer tablet, these ones arrived. I think I said on a podcast, we got to go back a few episodes, but I think if the Tab S9 got the update before May, I was going to give something away. I don't remember what it was. It might have been Buds 3 Pro. So I might have to go find that for next week because I'm not a liar. If I said it, I'll do it. I remember saying that I didn't think the Tab S9 series would get it until at least May, and I was wrong. Got it today. So today is April 24th. Samsung is on a roll here, pushing stuff out. AT&T is really crapping the bed, man. I'm sorry, Colin. They have not pushed it out to anybody. Not even from the original S24 rollout. They didn't push it back then either. I don't know what's going on with AT&T, but a lot of the other carrier lock models have gotten it. That's a good idea, Colin. A carrier page. That'll be even harder to track, but I can consider doing it. At least we could do it for the US, maybe. I don't know if we can do that. Go ahead,
Speaking
Colin.
of carriers, I was testing the Mobile X sim, and I noticed when this was in my S25 Ultra, I had the option for satellite connectivity.
Yeah,
It said that was
yeah.
included with this plan since it's on T-Mobile.
It's on Verizon. That one's on Verizon.
It is?
Mobile X is Verizon, yeah.
Oh. Wonder why I had satellite with them and not Visible then. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know why Visible doesn't have it. I have a Visible line too, and it doesn't have it. I'm not sure why.
It went away when I took that SIM out.
I haven't had any issues with the Now bar. A couple people have said this, but I haven't been able to reproduce the issue. I can only really report on issues that we can reproduce. Everyone's talking about this location bug as well, which is showing the location indicator like all the time. This little green indicator there at the top.
I was having a bug too. I have the little thing down here for with good lock to bring up like your the app icons. For a while after my phone starts up again, it will show up on my notification shade. Like it'll just be like bugged out down here when my phone's unlocked.
Oh yeah, that happens every time you reboot your phone. It's a known bug. Yeah, they haven't fixed that. That's been reported for like the last three different updates.
It does it like for I don't know, like 30 minutes after you restart it, and then it goes away.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Luckily, it doesn't require any issues. And once if you lock it and unlock it again, it goes away. But if you reboot your phone like after an update or anytime you reboot it, you're gonna have your lock screen like shortcuts inside your notifications, which isn't ideal, but it doesn't really kill anything. Yes, New Zealand has not, that I know of, rolled out yet, but it is on that region tracker that we have. For the sports stuff, you have to do a couple of things. Larry wrote a post about, or Larry explained this, and then Josh wrote it up on the site. So I'll put it in here. Let me see if I can find it. The Now bar is also improved with sports. It now gives you live sports. But if you're having issues, Lucky, try this. Josh wrote this up. Larry suggested this, and it works for most people to troubleshoot the scores not showing up. So you could give that a shot. But we did write this up, and I noticed this as well. After the Galaxy S25 update for April, you now have live scores showing up really fast, even faster than if you're watching it on TV. Because I was watching an NBA playoff game, and then the score would change on the Now bar, and I'd be like, wait, that didn't happen on TV. And then the score, someone would score, and it would update to the score that the Now bar had. So the Now bar is actually ahead of the live game on your television now. That's good. That's good news, right? Samsung was lagging behind because they were actually lagging way behind the live broadcast for a while. I mean, not that it's really a big deal, because for me, I'm not looking at my phone while I'm watching it on TV. The whole reason I want the scores on the Now bar is when I'm out, and I have to do stuff with the kids and my wife, which I love to do, but I want to check out my sports scores and my parlays. Then I like to look at the Now bar because I can't watch the game. If I'm watching the game on my 85-inch TV, I'm not going to be looking at the Now bar for the score.
Let's see. I got the score right there. Let me check the score on here too.
I did it. I did notice because I was installing the update and playing with it. But in general, that's not really a huge problem. But it is nice that they are faster now and more accurate. Solian from Apex, who's another YouTuber who does Samsung stuff, he pointed this out on X. So we gave him some credit for that. Some other things I want to get to, aside from just One UI 7 stuff. The A36 giveaway has been done for a long time. Yes, Ramius won it. I already mailed it to him. He already got it. We posted the pictures and retweeted and all that stuff. He's usually here, but maybe not because it's a Thursday. We know a lot of stuff. The live scores come from Google. Possibly, that possibly could be that. I mean, there was a Google Play System update right after the April update yesterday that Samsung pushed, but a lot of people probably didn't take that Play System update, and I've heard universally that people have had improvements with the Google stores, but that probably helped. You're probably right. I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
got that update.
the Play System update, I'm sure, also had something to do with that because Google and Samsung are obviously working together. I mean, it's a two-step procedure, obviously. Samsung has to aggregate and pull the scores, and Google has to update them in real time. So
I mean, it
maybe
is from Google. I mean, it says that on the
yeah. The scores come directly from Google. They're
there.
just pulling the scores from Google Sports.
Yeah.
But Samsung still has to push them to the now bar, obviously, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's kind of a two. Maybe that was an integration deal, and probably that makes a good point. I'm sure that's probably part of the reason this.
Somebody asked if it was Colin asked if the now bar can do stocks, and no,
not
there's
yet.
no
Not
yeah,
yet.
there's no stock anything on the Samsung by default. No stock app like the iPhone or anything like that.
Yeah, that would be nice. A nice integration. I'm sure Samsung's going to bring some more now bar integrations with One UI 8, which we'll talk about briefly because there's some One UI 8 info that's come out since the last podcast. But I want to run down a couple of news stories that are interesting since today. One, we're competing with the NFL draft, which I didn't plan because I wasn't planning to do it today. And two, I mean, I want to see some of the draft. But a couple of things. One, we now know that Galaxy Unpacked for July, we kind of know the date and the location. This was published by a Korean newspaper. Samsung is planning to bring Unpacked back to the US again. This is the first time they've done the summer Unpacked in New York in a long time, 3 years, I think. So it's planning to be in early July. So likely around July 9th, because Samsung likes to do the events on a Wednesday, and they're not going to do it on 4th of July weekend because the US media is not going to want to go for an event, probably. I don't want to go for an event on the 2nd. I will, but I don't want to. So they'll probably do it on the 9th. And we wrote up everything that we kind of expect to be there. Fold 7, Flip 7. Flip 7 is going to have the full like display on the cover screen. The Z Flip 7 FE, which is the cheaper flip. The trifold could be announced, but probably not released yet. The trifoldable. The Galaxy Watch 8 and Watch 8 Classic. We do not expect an Ultra yet. It's not confirmed, but we don't expect one.
I think your mic's cutting out.
Oh, is my mic not working?
Yeah, I think it is. Hold on.
Huh? I don't know. You guys have to let me know.
I don't know if it's my headphones cutting out, but it goes like staticky for a second, then it cuts out for a second, then it comes back.
I don't know. I can troubleshoot it. The audio says it's working fine. Can you guys hear me in the chat? I don't know. You'll let me know if the mic's working once people catch up. Let me know if it's working. Okay.
Okay. It might be my headphones.
Samsung's Android XR, which was announced late last year, Project Muhan, could potentially release at Google I/O. So we don't really know yet if this is going to come at Unpacked or at Google I/O, which is next month. But that's another potential thing they could release. So the main thing that we don't expect is we don't really expect any new buds this year, and we don't expect a new Ultra Watch, and we don't expect any tablets at this event. Tablets may release later this year, although I don't know why they would release another Ultra because the last couple Ultra tablets have all been basically just a spec update. Yeah, like there's nothing potentially new. Yeah, Frank, that's what I really want, but no, we don't have any indication that there's going to be a Galaxy Ring 2. That could potentially happen, but we didn't include it in the roundup because there's really no concrete leaks. There's no evidence of it going through like the FCC or any of the regulatory agencies. So there's really no way to say if that's going to happen. It could certainly happen, but there's no concrete evidence that it's likely to occur just yet. Yes, natural language search is in the gallery for One UI 7. That is true. So yeah, of course, we have the mystery boxes open for all the Unpacked July phones already. You can find them in this article. Sign up there. We also have the mystery box open for the S25 Edge, and guess what? It is now confirmed that it's coming to the US. The Galaxy S25 Edge will be arriving in the US next month. It's going to be May 30th here in the US, according to another Korean newspaper. And the pricing is already leaked for Canada. The 512 gig version will be around 1858 Canadian, which is $1340 US. Now that's probably not going to be the price in the US. Obviously, it'll probably be $1199 or $1299 for the Edge, which is very expensive. That puts it into the ultra territory for a phone with a smaller battery, less cameras, and no S Pen. But a lot of people are interested in this phone. I'm surprised how many people have signed up for the mystery boxes for this. We have 250 people already signed up. That's a lot. I expected like 100 people to sign up for this because it's not a usual upgrade. It's a new phone, and it's got some missing things that I didn't think the thinness would matter to people that much, but I guess a lot of people are interested in this device, at least from what I've seen so far. Oh, you got the update in Belize. I don't know if that's on our region tracker yet. If it's not, shoot me an email so I can add it, because I'm not going to be able to do it right now because I have to go into the back end of the site. But if you got it in Belize, I don't know if we added that to the region tracker. If it's not on there, shoot me an email. Yeah, for patents, but patents usually don't mean an imminent launch. Paul's going to buy the Edge. All right. Well, see, people like the Edge, man. Lots of people have signed up for the Edge. So, I mean, obviously, what do I know? People apparently like the thinness. So, if you want a phone that's thin, get it. Why not? Carolyn, the S24 FE already got the update in Korea, so probably by the end of this month, I would guess. Samsung is ahead of their original timeline. They've gotten ahead of the 8-ball on that. So, the Google Play System update, it depends on Samsung and Google. They try to coordinate it, but sometimes it's kind of, delayed. Let's look. Do we have Belize on the update tracker? Because it's right here. Do I have Belize on here? I don't think we do. Hey, wait. Where's Central America? I guess we put it down here. We should make a separate one for Central. We don't have Belize on here. No. Okay. I'll make a note to add Belize to this. Whoever said Belize, if you want to send me a screenshot, that'd be even more helpful. But if you have time, shoot me a screenshot. Someone said, is the S23 not getting updated? It's already getting updated in Korea, so likely, yes. It should probably come to the US by the end of April, I'm guessing. Samsung is accelerating everything because in their schedule, the Tab S9 was not supposed to get updated this month, and it already got the update in the US today. My take on the new battery icon, I don't like the fat battery icon. It's not my favorite. It is what it is. It's not going to make me stop using my phone, but it's not my favorite thing in the whole world. Camera upgrades. I've been taking some photos. I haven't really seen many. People in Korea said yes. There were some tweaks, but I haven't seen any big tweaks. Yeah, I know. Central America is technically part of North America. I know. But still, there's a lot of countries in there, and it would probably be easier for people to find. But we don't have Belize in there. So it's Jeff at SammyGuru.com. And then we'll add Belize to the list tonight. I've got a few more countries that got the up.
To be reminded about?
Calm down, Bixby, Gemini. I mean, I don't need you to remind me. What happened, Colin? Are your headphones not working? Huh? Are they broken, Colin?
Why did it?
Huh?
No, there we go. Okay, somebody's saying something.
Oh, you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. The Tab S10 got it today. I said that. The Tab S9 got it in Europe. We talked about this. Oh, here's something. So this is an actual bug that we've been able to reproduce. The Galaxy, or any of your Galaxy phones, if you reach 100% brightness outdoors, you get a vibration on your device, just like if you drag the brightness all the way up. So this is not a bug. Samsung apparently, I think they meant to do this. This is a thing they intended. You get this little vibration to let you know that the brightness is all the way up, which means that you're going to be using a lot more battery. So they're just letting you know. You can turn this off though. If you turn this off, touch interactions in vibrations, you can then turn it off. But some people have been reporting this to us as a bug. It's not a bug. So this is one we've been able to reproduce. I've gotten like 150 bug reports that we were trying to track, and it's not easy. We have a bigger team now. We got 6 people, but you still can't verify 150 bugs in like 48 hours. So we're looking into all the different bugs that people have sent us and writing them up. I promise you, if you sent us something, we're looking at it. There's another bug where if you edit a photo and then you revert the photo, it applies the changes, but only to certain parts of the photo. Like if you use object eraser, there's a weird bug with the photo editor. We've been looking into that one. Everyone's been talking about the location bug because the location indicator is on all the time. But I don't think that's a bug either. I think Samsung is now just showing this little, the little green dot right there, the location, is showing that green dot when your system apps are using the battery, using the location. So I don't know if that's a bug either. We've been trying to research it a little bit just to check and see if that's something we should necessarily write up. Let's see. What else we got? Notistar got a small update. That's not really a huge update, though. Look at this. Look at this right here. This is absolutely atrocious. Google is apparently redesigning the media player for the Pixels for One UI for Android 16, and it looks awful. This is what it looks like. It does not look good at all.
It's too square.
Yeah, it looks bad, and also it doesn't have the like playing, like the thing. I don't know. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't have like the indicator like on there, which it should. There's a couple of weird things on there. The media switcher just looks a little strange. The one in One UI looks way better. I don't know what Google is doing here. That's just a small thing, which is kind of interesting. Oh, if you have a tablet and you're going to update to One UI 7, which is actually relevant because the update is rolling out today. There's an issue where if you have a tablet and you don't take certain precautions, it can mess up your home screen. So I did this. If you use GoodLock's Home Up customizations on your tablet, if you use the app screen layout with Home Up and you increase it, if you use it to have a longer vertical arrangement than horizontal, so like 5x7, you need to change it to 7x5 before you update to One UI 7. Otherwise, it can mess things up with your home screen because of the way One UI 7 handles like widgets and things like that. So, yeah. Well, unfortunately, Google is a part of life as a Samsung user since they make Android. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't like using a Pixel as my main device either. I did get the Pixel 9a, though, to compare to some Samsung budget phones. I have one right here, which I'll take a look at. So it's a good idea to follow these steps if you haven't updated your tablet yet. I did it on my Tab S10 Ultra, and I haven't had any issues yet on my Tab S10 Ultra. It's been fine so far. What else? Trying to see. Google Play system update, as someone already said, that rolled out yesterday. The date for the S25 Edge, this is the Korea date. May 13th is the Korea date. One UI 8. So it's time to leave One UI 7 behind, Put them in the past. One UI 7 is old news. It's time for One UI 8 already. One UI 8 is already leaked. I'm debating installing a build on my S25 Ultras. It's not really easy to do. Plus, lots of people have reported bugs. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do it. I mean, I can do it, but then I'm going to have to, if I want to revert, it's then more work. And I don't know how much value it has to us right now. There aren't that many changes. But there is one interesting change here, which is if you have a file in My Files, it now will suggest you to rename your file to specific things. So you see here, this is a screenshot from One UI 8. If you have a specific file that has like a really weird name, like this APK that someone downloaded, Josh wrote this up, it'll tell you to rename it to like a more appropriate name. So I guess it's using AI to do this. And you can see here, the Quick Share APK just looks cleaner than this name. So this is a new feature coming to One UI 8. The only other real features are the ones we talked about last week, which is the Now Brief is going to expand to other devices, and it's going to get some more content categories. But if you guys have an S25 Ultra, after the April update, you can go into your settings and take a look at the Now Brief. The Now Brief already has those two new features that I talked about last week, blocked messages and battery status. They're both there already. Blocked messages and battery status are already in the Now Brief on the S25 Ultra. So you don't have to wait for One UI 8. If you have an S25 Ultra, they're already there. Those were added with the update to One UI, the April update to One UI 7. But there's also a couple of interesting apps that are getting updates with One UI. The weather app got a nice little refresh. It's got a more realistic look and some more blur and stuff. It looks like Samsung is going to add like a lot more UI elements just in terms of adding some system-wide blur and some other design elements, not necessarily revamping all the usability of the device. So you can see that here as well.
Have you gotten the battery status to come up yet on yours? Have you gotten the battery status to show up yet?
Oh, no, that's a good question, Colin. I have not. I've been checking my Now Brief all the time, trying to see if I could get the battery status to actually show up, but I haven't seen it yet. I have seen blocked messages. I blocked one of my own numbers and texted myself a bunch of times, and I got the blocked messages summary in my Now Brief, but not the battery status.
Have you seen the battery thing on anybody? Does it just like show like a usage?
I haven't yet. I don't even know what it does. That's why I was trying to get it to come up, because I want to know what it does. The only thing I have right now is a summary of how terribly I slept last night. I've got a 44 sleep score. I only got 3 hours and 33 minutes of sleep. It says, Jeff, what the hell are you doing with your life? You got to stop covering Samsung for a living so you can get some more sleep. But anyway, the weather app looks really nice. There's a couple other apps getting redesigns. One UI 8 is going to be a smaller update, but I might still flash it on my S25 Ultra just to make a video because the people demand it. The people want it, so why not? I do not like how they removed this either. The Bluetooth icon, NFC icons have been removed from the home screen, like status indicators. I made a video on this today. You have to swipe down to see your actual icons, which is, you know, interesting for sure.
I thought they got smaller.
Huh?
I thought they got smaller.
Yeah, exactly. It gets smaller because they remove some of the icons.
Yeah.
I don't think it bothers everybody, but it obviously bothers a lot of people because I've heard about it numerous times via email and also over at YouTube about this as it's come out. So it's obviously a bit of a problem for some people. What else we got? Google Photos is going to get bulk downloads. That'd be nice. Oh, there's also a bug where home screen folders, this is a home screen bug. When you uninstall all apps in a folder, the last uninstalled app may reappear inside of a folder. They're working on a fix for this. This is another One UI 7 issue that people... no, you can't, Colin. I talked about that in today's video. No, you can't use Notice Star to do that yet, sadly. It's restricted entirely. Even if you enable it in Notice Star, it will not show on the home screen. It won't show you on the home screen. So that is what I suggested in my video, is that Samsung might add it back to Notice Star, but I don't know if they will or not. We'll have to see. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, that always happens for sure. Unless you use the right case. I talked about MagVac, which is the case I use for MagSafe stuff. MagVac, I've never had any issues with the S Pen interference, but I guess your mileage may vary. It depends on what accessories you use, right? So, what else? Oh yeah, they're going to bring back the Galaxy Tab S11 base model. So with the S10, there was no base model. And I guess now they're going to bring back the base model of the tablet. That would certainly be nice, I think, because I don't know why they got rid of it in the first place. Doesn't really make any sense to me. A bug that grays out rotate to landscape mode and home screen settings. Well, you have to have auto rotation on for that, I believe. But otherwise, it should be fine. You have to have auto rotation on in the regular settings. But I haven't had any issues otherwise. People can chime in, though, if you have that issue. The Fold 6 and Flip 6 got it in the US as well. Trying to see what else. Oh, yeah. The One UI is getting a recent calls widget. So the phone app is going to get a widget with recent phone calls. So that's kind of interesting. Another One UI 8 thing. It's a small thing, but this looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't know why the phone app has never had a widget, but that's weird. If you send me an email, I'll try to add it to our list of stuff to look into. It's kind of hard to say, though, because I don't know what other settings might cause that. I feel like I saw this when I first had the beta, but I think mine was because I didn't have auto rotate on. But yeah, if you send it to me, I'll try to see if there's any other reports. We can look at it for sure. Let's see, what else? Gemini is going to have video analyzation. Oh, lyric sharing on YouTube Music. That's a pretty cool feature. Some of these are app features, which, of course, like I said, Samsung runs Android, so we cover a lot of that kind of stuff. Oh, this was interesting. This came out how much Google is paying Samsung to pre-install Gemini on their Galaxy devices. So if you look here, you can get an idea of how much money they're paying. It looks like that Google has paid Samsung $8 billion
Jeez.
between 2020 and 2023 for primary placement for Google search, the Play Store, and Assistant on their phones. And the trial reveals that Samsung is being paid an enormous sum of money, the FTC said, to pre-install Gemini AI on Galaxy devices. So they didn't say exactly how much, but they did confirm $8 billion from 2020 to 2023. Maybe try clearing the cache on the Google app as well. You could try that. You could also try removing your Google account and then adding it back, but that's a pain. I don't want to do that until the last resort. Middle of the screen. Pop-up button? Which pop-up button? Not sure which one you mean. Gemini Live screen sharing is rolling out. Gemini Live screen sharing and camera sharing is rolling out. Not the entire Gemini Live. I think just screen sharing and camera sharing on Galaxy devices. That is coming for free, yes. Because Google realized that people wanted the opportunity to use this. And probably Samsung said, hey, if you guys don't make the screen sharing and the camera sharing free, we're going to charge you guys $15 billion to install Gemini on the devices. Yeah, Samsung is making a lot of money off Google. That's why their partnership is so strong. This is why Samsung would never start their own mobile OS. There's no way it's going to happen because there'd be no reason to do it. Google pays them so much money for search and everything. They're making billions of dollars off of just pre-installing the apps, even before they sell the phones, right? Like before they sell the phones, they're already collecting huge amounts of money. There's going to be a huge update coming for watches as well. One UI 7 for watches is going to be a thing. So if you have a Watch 7, Watch Ultra, you have a Watch Ultra, Colin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll be getting a big update for this. It's being tested right now. There should be a beta in the members app soon, I would imagine. In the next month or two, we can test this. It'll probably run out of the box on the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, which will be kind of interesting for sure. Yeah, I think you do need One UI 7 to get the Gemini Live screen sharing and camera sharing free. I'm pretty sure anyway. I don't have any phones left that are not running One UI 7 myself, but I'm pretty sure you do need One UI 7 to get that feature. Anyway, there's another thing I want to talk about, which we didn't post at SammyGuru, but Motorola. Colin has a Motorola phone today. Colin, show him what you have, real quick.
I'm actually setting it up right now. I'm mirroring my S25 Ultra.
Let's see if we
Home
can
screen.
get the one from our friends at 9to5 Google, because they covered this, didn't they? I want to support a site that I actually like and that actually supports us. Here we go. The Motorola Razr Ultra is a flip
I've got
phone
that.
that cost
Hold up.
$1,299. Just run it in. Rub it in. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm not trying to rub it in. I might have one phone left on 6.1.1. I don't know. I should have kept one though. Really, it was stupid if I updated them all because I need it. This is a flip phone that costs $1,300. While it does look good big, it's insane to charge that much money when you're Motorola. Motorola is not a brand that can charge $1,300. That's $200 more than the Z Flip 6 starting price. And I understand it's got more storage, but still, like this is insane, man. I just don't know. I mean, it's got 16 gigs of RAM and it's got up to 1 terabyte of storage. But how are they going to sell any of these when Motorola does not do any decent software support? Like, they don't support their phones with software. If you buy a Motorola phone this year, you're going to get the next Android update super late. People think the One UI 7 update was a big fiasco for Samsung. Motorola is late updating their phones for months every year. So, you're paying $1,300. You expect to get some, after sale software support. You're not going to get that from Motorola. It obviously has a nice looking camera setup as well. And it's got this really nice set of materials like wood, Alcantara. But I'm just not sure they're going to be able to sell. I just don't know they're going to be able to sell this to Motorola, to anybody, because it's just too high of a price. We'll see. I mean, it comes with Android 15 installed out of the box. But when are you going to get Android 16? Because this phone is launching on May 7th, and Google is going to launch Android 16 at Google I/O 2 weeks later. So when is Motorola going to give you Android 16? In a year? A year after Android 16 launches?
I mean, technically, this had Android 15 before a lot of Samsung phones. So
for now, though, that's because Samsung was behind this 1 year. In usual years, though, Samsung will update most of their portfolio like 5 months before Motorola even updates their flagships. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'd pay $1,300 for. I mean, it looks nice. I might get one to review and compare to the Flip, but if I was an average consumer, would I spend $1,300 knowing I'm not going to get software support? I don't know. This is a nice looking phone, and I love the wood because I remember when the Moto X had a wood back. It looked really cool, but it's a lot of money knowing you're not going to get much software support. So we might write something about it at SammyGuru. We haven't yet, but I found it a little crazy. Is what only for Samsung users? Explicitly for Samsung users? Is what for Samsung users only? The Motorola phone? I'm confused.
Yeah, you have to have a Samsung to buy that.
Oh, we're dual streaming the live to my channel and the new SammyGuru channel, just to try to get people aware of the SammyGuru channel. Can you drop the link, Colin?
Yeah.
To the SammyGuru channel. We have a new channel for the site where we're going to have some people posting content that are not me, some new creators joining SammyGuru.
Could be seen.
Yeah, Colin's going to post a video. Colin's going to compare the Motorola stylus to the S Pen in a video on the SammyGuru channel for fun. If I get a Razr Ultra, we might compare that to the Z Flip 6 on the channel too at SammyGuru. A lot of hardware stuff is going to go at SammyGuru. So if you
get a what?
Hardware stuff, huh?
Would you say if you get a what?
If I get the Razr Ultra, if I buy one, then
For some reason I heard Z Flips. For some reason I heard Z Flip 6, and I was like, why would you not have one?
Oh no, I might compare it to the Z Flip 6 on the SammyGuru channel. We might do a lot more. We're going to do a lot of hardware stuff at SammyGuru. I do a lot of software on my channel. SammyGuru will have some software stuff, but I'd like to branch out.
SammyGuru Software.
Yeah, my channel. I don't know.
SGS.
I probably won't change the name of my channel in the end, just because I'm too scared that YouTube will like punish me and kill all my views. That's why I started a separate channel, because I don't want the risk we make way too much money and exposure for SammyGuru itself from my channel getting good traffic. So it would be kind of silly if they destroyed my views. So
The stream's doing pretty good
SammyGuru,
over there tonight.
huh?
I said the stream's doing pretty good on that channel tonight. It's got 6 viewers right now. So.
Well, yeah, we're almost to 600 subscribers, and we've got already 2,000 watch hours almost. It's doing pretty good. We're definitely climbing. We'll get that channel monetized probably by the end of June, I guess. Probably maybe by the end of May. But that's not the primary purpose right now. Eventually, that channel will make some money, but right now it's just to cover different content for the site. I don't know. Any other questions people really have? I mean, I know we're competing with the draft now, but maybe the audience. Oh, look at this. Phone Arena or somebody wrote up an article saying that Samsung's next foldable might look like this, and they're rollable. I'm sorry, not foldable. Their first rollable, and there's no chance that Samsung releases a rollable that looks like this. Zero chance.
Where does it roll out from?
I guess it rolls out like from the side, or I forgot.
It looks like one solid chunk.
Yeah.
Speaking of phones that look like that, are you going to get the light phone?
The smart say I send about, so the chin is quite large, expands vertically, so it goes up. It expands up. This one does. But they made this based off of some patent filings. Samsung never really ends up taking a design to production that looks exactly like their patent. So this is the patent. They just copied the patent and made it into a render. Like, there's no way that they release this. I just want to let people know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is never going to happen. It looks awful. The Samsung would never put that to the market because the first rollable is going to be expensive. Who the hell is paying money for that? It looks terrible. I wouldn't pay money for it. If they asked me to pay $2,000 for that, I would laugh. I would never buy that for $2,000. It doesn't look good. You got to have something that has aesthetic value too. AT&T is way behind. We talked about it earlier. They said maybe by the end of April they'll get it to you. They're not everyone's number one friend right now. AT&T also said that if the tariffs raise the phones prices, that they're going to pass all of the cost onto the consumers. They said they're not eating any of the cost. They said you guys are on your own with that. Sorry.
Who said that?
AT&T. Their CEO said in their first quarter earnings call that they're not eating any of the cost of the tariffs increasing the price of phones. They said they cannot eat the cost of the handset. All consumers will have to take all that. So
that's nice of them.
Yeah. Yep. They're being really nice about that. Verizon also kind of insinuated the same thing. If tariffs raise the prices, they said they just can't afford to eat into their profits. So they got to pass that on to the consumer.
We need all the money.
They need it all. They said, we're going to take the money. Oh, look at this. This was a great promotion, which I think I mentioned last week. I don't remember. Did I talk about this last week on the pod? Maybe not. There was a offer in the Samsung wallet that let you get a $20 movie ticket coupon from Atom Tickets. But it was only limited to the first 2,500. We posted about it. And then obviously a lot of people claimed the coupon. I claimed one before it ran out, or my wife did. And then I tried to get one on my own phone after my wife claimed hers, and it said sold out. So this is completely gone, unfortunately. It was a good deal while it lasted. We got free $20 worth of movie tickets. There's also 2 other features coming to Samsung Wallet that I wanted to mention. They're actually rolling out next week. One of them is the buy now, pay later feature that I talked about last week, which is going to let you have like a Affirm or whatever Afterpay installment plans. But the other feature, that's this one right here. This is what the installment plans look like. If you go into Samsung Wallet, if you live in a supported state, you might have early access. It starts on April 28th, and you can sign up. But there's also this other feature which will let you tap to pay. You can tap your phone to another person's Samsung phone and instantly transfer money. And then you can also tap your phone to a debit card and transfer money from your Samsung wallet to someone else. And then the money goes right to the bank account connected to their debit card, which I think is a really cool feature. You just tap your phone to someone's debit card and transfer cash. This is also going to be coming next week, the Samsung Wallet. So this is in the US, by the way. We don't know if it's coming to other regions next week. The tap to transfer is already in Korea. Came last year to Korea. So the US is not the first country to get it. Korea got this last year, but it is coming to the US next week. Should have a video on this soon, so you guys can hear more about it. And also, once I try these features, I'll probably make another video on that. Pretty good amount of people watching on a Thursday afternoon, especially with the draft. I don't know. Anything else, Colin, that you wanted to dive into today?
Not that I could think of. Just playing with this thing and trying it out against the S25 Ultra.
Yeah, so also I mentioned last week, we're going to have a nice little redesign coming to the SammyGuru homepage soon, probably within the next couple weeks. SammyGuru Rewards will finally be live. I finally got a dev team now that does a great job. I had to pay them a little more money, but I should have did that in the first place. And they've been sending me some great mock-ups of the site. We should be switching it out for the new design in the next few weeks, and I'm excited about it because the site needs a little bit of design upgrade. We already upgraded our server, so it's a lot faster. And remember, again, mystery boxes are open for all three of these phones if you haven't signed up yet. S25 Edge, Z Fold 7, Z Flip 7. The July mystery box program is going to be #1. It's going to be our best mystery box ever. So if you're buying a foldable or the S25 Edge, make sure you get in there and sign up for that. Cam Ward's #1. Uh-oh. Well, my wife and I are Steelers fans because she's from Pittsburgh. So we're waiting to see if Shadur Sanders is going to go to the Steelers at number 21. So I should be able to make it home in time for the Steelers pick. It's quite a wager off. But I don't know if Shadur Sanders is going to last that long. We'll see. Anyway, we're going to end with some trivia like we always do. Because even though it's a short show, we usually go like an hour and 20 minutes. We will go back to our longer shows. It's just that today it's a Thursday. But if you want to win a prize, it's trivia time. And I don't know what we'll do. Maybe the power banks again. Maybe Amazon gift card. I'll randomize it. Colin, do you have a trivia question that you want to do? You want to go first?
Let's see.
So the way it's going to work, just to explain for people who are listening, we're going to put it in the chat that the question is going up. Make sure you look at the chat and not listen to the stream so you can actually respond and win. The first person to answer the question will win the prize on our end. So let's say here, I'll put this in the chat. Trivia starting soon. Refresh feed if needed. So the trivia will start. Colin's going to pick his question. I have a question already. They're doing it, but it's sold out. It's sold out. If you actually go through and do it, it doesn't work. B-Story. You can see it in the wallet, but if you actually go through and do it, then you're going to end up seeing that it's sold out. Because you can see here, I did all the taps, and there is no ticket for me to claim. It was the first 2,500 people. You see how I did all of them, and I can't claim anything. I did all 3 taps. That was my screenshot that I posted in the article. So as far as I know, there's no way to get your movie ticket if you already did it. But if that changes, I'll update it. But so far, I haven't been able to claim mine. Well, my channel is the channel it's always been. I cover Samsung software. SammyGuru channel is going to be a new channel where we're going to put a lot of hardware stuff. And there's going to be other people, not just me making videos. We're going to have some new people joining the site for our website, for SammyGuru.com. SammyGuru.com is getting a lot bigger than my channel is on YouTube even. We get more traffic on the website than I do on YouTube now. So the SammyGuru channel will be its own deal. I did not want to rename my channel because people already know me, and so that channel is going to stick around. I'm still going to do what I've always done. But
Okay, I got my question.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and tell people it's going in the chat, and then you can put it in like right after that.
Yeah, it's going. It's in the chat now. It's ready to go.
Okay.
All right. So, what is the rumored price of the Galaxy Edge in the U.S. and Canada. I'm not talking about I'm talking the Canadian price and the U.S. price, not the U.S. price converted from the Canadian
very
price.
complicated question. The rumored price in Canadian, and then the rumored price in US dollars, not the one that was converted from the Canadian leaked price. Very complicated, but there it is. There's the question. First person to answer this.
Jeff said I gave too many answers away, so.
That is not correct, right, Colin? I don't believe so. The Canadian price there is not correct. Okay. Well, we need both in the same answer, though. Colin said he wants both prices in the same answer. Larry, you got one of them, but you need the other part.
Just a two-part question.
Colin's trying to make it difficult to win these days. Like
we've talked about that. We've talked about the U.S. price.
I know we're clamping down on prize wins now. We're like, we got to clamp down.
Yeah, times are tough. Jeff can't. Tariffs are making us.
All the tariffs, they're really raising the prices of these prizes.
Prizes harder to get. He had the Canadian one, right?
This one I think is the correct Canada one. He just put the correct one in there, but he doesn't have the U.S. one still.
Yeah.
I gave the U.S. one when we were talking about it.
Yeah, the U.S. price isn't converted. Isn't just a conversion. It's just totally separate.
Yeah.
Totally
the U.S. price is not going to be the converted Canadian price. No, the rumored U.S. price is lower than the converted Canadian price. We publish it in a couple articles. That's the converted Canadian price.
Yeah, that's the converted.
The rumored U.S. price is not the same as just converting the leaked Canadian price. There is a rumor about what the U.S. price will be as well. I mean, here's the article right there. Just click read more and you can just read more. You can find all about it. Extra, read all about it. Right here. It's the second one on the website.
No, that's not the price, Frank.
Come on, fish. He's talking about the Dolphins, maybe? He's talking about the Dolphins? I don't know. Is that what's going on in the draft? I have no idea. I don't have it up until we finish. Because I take this seriously. Where's everybody else at? This is serious business. No one wants to win a prize today.
You know what we should do next week?
Okay, all right. Well, okay, Larry, I'm going to give it to you because you did say the Canadian one, although those are the two U.S. prices together. But, okay, Colin made this difficult. He wanted the rumored price in the U.S. dollars and the Canadian price in Canadian dollars that was leaked. But Larry did get both of those, just not in the same post. So we'll give it to Larry here. The Jags get the number 2 pick from the Browns. Oh, they're going quarterback. They're replacing Trevor Lawrence. Okay, Larry, email me. Larry's a winner every week. Should we even do another one? I mean, no one seems to want to win. Is anybody even here? Should I even do another trivia? I mean, there's only like one person answering. Because if Larry's going to be the only one to answer, then Larry already won a prize.
You know what we should do?
What?
We should do a timed one.
Yeah, we should do time trivia next week. That way, if no one answers within 3 minutes,
we can do 30 seconds, or because that's already like preset.
You're right. Okay.
That's already preset.
You're on the clock, just like the draft. We've got a clock. We've got a clock going, just like the draft now. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, you know what? I mean, hey, we're sticking with.
Do you have something that you could ask that they have to list as many correct answers as they can in 30 seconds? Like it's not just one person answering, but like you have 30 seconds to list as many as you can.
Yeah, but then we have to tally them. Why?
I mean,
that seems hard.
Well, you could do it all, and they could all do it in one comment and submit it when the time's up.
Okay. Well, it wasn't 1340 Canadian though. The price in Canadian was $18.59.99.
Yeah.
That was the 1340 is the US conversion. Colin made it a little trickier.
I clarified. Definitely clarified.
Anyway, I've got one. Colin wants to do this. We can do it. Here you go. Here's my question. I'm going to put it in the chat. So trivia. No, I'm going to put a warning in here too. Trivia number 2. We do appreciate it, Big. We know you tried. We're trying to be fair to everybody here. Here it comes. Trivia number 2 is going up now. Here it comes.
30 seconds when it starts. Is that what we're doing?
What? Yeah. Okay.
30 seconds when you put it in chat.
Okay. Here you go. List as many countries as you can that have received the One UI 7 update so far. All countries must be listed in one reply.
Ready? Here we go.
Yep. Belize
Wow,
is the winner. David wins with Belize. He only needed Belize. He didn't even need the other countries. David just comes in there with Belize only, one country. That's the only one he knows, and he wins.
He put 6 under that.
Oh, he did? Okay. Oh, okay.
Wait. Hold on. Didn't we say everybody put their answers in one comment for when the timer's up?
Yeah, but he technically answered that one after the timer, so I mean that one can't even be counted. Yeah. He put the other countries after the timer was over. So if this were a basketball game,
I think some people were waiting until the time was. They were typing their whole thing out and submitting it once the time was up instead of.
What?
That way they weren't giving everybody else the answers during the time to answer.
What?
1, 2, 3. Well, he was still the first one with 7, so.
But you can't count both of them then. Yes, the UK is not a country. That is a continent, or it's not a single country. It's not a continent either.
Yeah, he still got it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because he has the most in one.
Yeah, in one comment.
3, 4. Well, Europe is not a country either, but that's 5, right? Mexico, US, Korea, Europe, Australia, Brazil and Australia, Iraq, Brazil, Saudi, UK, Korea, and US. Wyattness has 5 as well, though. But David was before him, though.
He was first, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Even if we go by the other logic, we're gonna have to figure out the rules for this next time.
Yeah.
We're trying some new stuff to get people to answer, since the first question no one answered. Yes, if you emailed us, then the power banks should have shipped. Some of them shipped directly from Basis. If you haven't gotten yours yet, you should email me, and I'll check on it. But yes, lots of people already got them because I already heard from them. But if you didn't, then email me. We'll try to figure out a better way to go. It's true, but we did say countries, so you could have just picked a bunch of European countries. You could have just said Germany, Spain, Brussels. I don't know, whatever the countries. I don't know. I'm not a geographer. I can name lots of European. Czech Republic, Romania. You could have did all the European countries and probably won.
I got another idea for next week.
Australia is the only continent and country. Yes, they are both. So that would have been fine as an answer.
I have another idea for next week.
Yes, I agree.
We can
be like you guys were tied, and at the same time, I'm gonna be nice and send you guys both one. You as well as David. You guys can both send me one. Because Tori wasn't here. So technically I usually budget for 3 prizes, and Tori wasn't here today. So yeah.
Next week we should do like answer number 7, like the radio stations do caller number 7 or whatever.
Just make sure to remember. Actually, you know what we should do? We should have people call in. We should get people to call in on the podcast. We could have a little Q&A, like call-in section, because you can do that. D-Heeb got his stuff. Big got his stuff. Yeah, tell me which
Is there a
question
way?
you
Is there a way
answered.
to have people call in on a StreamYard?
Yeah, there is. I've seen people do it on other streams. Give me your shipping address and tell me which question you answered. If you're international, you're going to get an Amazon gift card. If you're US, you might get a physical product. So just
Yeah, you
email
can.
me your
You
shipping
can.
info and where you're from and all that info. We'll get it
You can
going.
put the link in the description. They can join as a guest.
Yes, we can absolutely do that. And we will. We will do that. We'll have people call in. Next week, hopefully it'll be on
Why do my
Friday.
headphones keep falling down?
We have some exciting stuff coming up. Tori is going to be joining me in the office full time for the summer because he doesn't have to teach because he's a teacher. He's going to be here working full time at SammyGuru for 8 weeks. So, Tori will be around a little more doing some stuff for the site. So that should be fun. Otherwise, next week, hopefully we'll be back. Yeah, why? You send me an email too, though. Like I said, I'll send you one too. Just shoot me an email. Again, there's my email, jeff@sammyguru.com.
What?
Oh, also, one more thing before we go. Colin's headphones aren't working, I guess. I don't know. We are hiring one more part-time writer at SammyGuru. So if you know anybody who is interested, have them get in touch with me. The posting is over on X, and I might post it on the site as well. We'll see. But right now, we're looking for one more writer. So if anyone's interested in writing for SammyGuru, we've already got a pretty big team, but we're trying to expand a little more.
I get 3 words and they.
I think that's unlikely, Cliff. I don't think we're going to see the full S Pen work on the front. We haven't seen anything about a digitizer on that front screen, so maybe, but we haven't seen any leaks that suggest it. Anyway, appreciate everybody joining us for a short one. Enjoying your week. A lot more videos and stuff to come, of course, as usual on the channel. Content at SammyGuru. Everyone, keep expanding their galaxy this week. See you guys next week.
See ya.